Hi, my name is Artur. I'm a data strategy consultant at Coresignal, and we have recently released a new feature. It's called Data Search, and it allows you to search for employee, company, or job ads data just by entering natural language prompts. Let me give you a quick walkthrough on how it works. So, here in the chat box, we can enter a simple prompt, something like find companies hiring data engineers. It's a pretty generic prompt, so once we enter it, it's going to give us a lot of results. And what's happening right now on the backend is that this natural language prompt is being translated into an Elasticsearch query that is going to be used to filter our database and provide the results we are looking for. In our case, it's going to show us companies that are hiring data engineers. Right, so we have 6,537 data records here, and we can analyze the query itself to see if it was generated correctly. Then we can copy it and use with the API endpoint if you prefer. But 6,000 records, a bit too much for me. Let's specify the location. I can do that by simply writing back to the AI agent, location, Germany. Again, depending on how complex your iteration is, it's going to take either a couple of seconds or a bit more. And right now it's adjusting the query to add the location filter. And right now we have 320 data records, which is great. I'm satisfied with the number of the results, and I can close this chat window for now. However, if I need to iterate it further, I can just click on this chat icon and I will have the chat here. So let's work with the list now. What we have is a preview of 100 companies out of total number of 320 data records. And we have the preview fields here. So LinkedIn URL, website, size range, and so on. What we can do is we can add data fields to this list. And here we have around 30 or so data fields. However, in our documentation in the data dictionaries, we have 500 plus data fields. So if you don't see a data field that you would like to export as a CSV, click on request fields and our product team will review your request. So in this case, what I would like to add is description and employee count. If I want to have these fields for all 100 companies, I will just click enrich 100 data records and that's it. But if I want to save some credits, and let's say I only need data about Siemens, DHL, and SAP, what I'll do is I'll choose these three companies. I'll click on enrich selected, and then I'll choose the employee count and the description. Then I'll click enrich 3 data records, and I can see that the information has popped up here in my list. Then, if I want to export these 3 companies, I will click export selected, and then I can choose CSV or JSON-L. But if I want to export 100 data records, then I will click on export and do the same, export this as a CSV or JSON-L. But what if I want to export all 320 data records with all 500 plus data fields that we have? So basically a complete data set of companies that are hiring data engineers right now. I will click on export and click on generate enriched JSON-L. And what's it's going to give me is 320 data records, and it's going to cost us 640 credits. I click on generate, and I can see that the file is being generated on the backend right now. Once it's done, you will receive an email notification, and you will be able to come back to this chat, click on the file folder, and choose the file you would like to download. Then you should just click on this download icon, and that's it. The file has been downloaded to your computer. If at some point you require to access any historical chats and download data from them, you could just click on history here and choose anything, any chat that you've ever had with our AI agent before. And that's it. This concludes our walkthrough. Have a good rest of your day. Goodbye.